All right, hi everybody. Welcome to another episode of Average Black Girl. And today I have Jarrell Bonds on, and he's going to pretty much be talking about what we can do about fixing our eating habits. What are some of the things that we can do right now as we start to do more grocery shopping, or even if you're still Instacarting, just things that you want to avoid, as well as if you feel like you have a lot of mucus, some preventative measures that you can start doing to combat that mucus buildup. So first, I'm going to have Jarrell go ahead and introduce himself and let us know where we can find him.
Okay, well, Danielle, thanks again for having me on your platform. I really appreciate it. And so dealing with this mucus and just gonna touch bases on a couple of topics.
Mhm.
And I think the first one that I'd like to touch bases on is just understanding mucus and understanding like what's the cause of it, because the truth of the matter is that you really can't have one without the other. So if you want the solutions, you have to understand what the problem is, so you won't continue to repeat this cycle over and over again. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, the goal is to totally eradicate it out of the body. And so a lot of mucus forming foods that form excess mucus in the body is, meat, which is uric acid, dairy, which is lactic acid, and also heavy starches, which is carbonic acid. These are all things that work against the body, and it causes a lot of, the faulty versions of it, the processed synthetic versions of it, and that's what's going to cause a lot of the mucus buildup. And so if it's, like I said, wherever the mucus buildup is, if it's in the lungs, it is 9 times out of 10, it's going to be asthma, or in the bronchial tubes, bronchitis. It's just wherever these excessive amounts of mucus are in the body, that's where it's going to internalize. So literally, so on and so forth. If you have excessive amounts of mucus in the liver and in the gut, the digestive tract, or in the kidneys, that's where the disease is going to internalize. So the goal is to, number one, first and foremost, change the diet completely. That's the first thing that needs to happen. Change the diet completely. Come off of the processed foods and the things that's going to cause your body to generate all of these excessive amounts of mucus.
Which is what? So you want to stay away from what food items particularly? If I can
okay,
3 to 4.
I would say 3 to 4. Definitely junk food, for sure. Definitely junk food. Definitely, I would say number 2, synthetic carbohydrates, so like refined sugar, which a lot of juices and pops, has that refined sugar in it.
Okay.
And so those 2 alone, and then 2 carbs. So But see, carbs aren't a bad thing. It's just the processed carbs. Like if you're gonna eat bread, you want to make sure that you eat like a whole grain bread. Like let's say like spelt, bread that's made out of spelt flour, or almond flour, or teff flour, or fonio,
And
or
then no cheese.
right, and
No
kamut, and then no cheese, no dairy, milk. So just a couple of alternatives for milk. You can have almond milk, you can have cashew milk, and the most nutritious out of all of them is the walnut milk.
Okay.
And so they taste really good. Me personally, I like to put mine in the freezer so they can get a nice chill to it,
Okay.
and I'll eat that with like some kamut cereal,
Okay.
with whole grain, and so it's 100% alkaline. So meaning that it doesn't have any cyanide in it, and it doesn't have anything that's going to compromise your cells.
Okay.
So that too. So yeah, that's very, 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 very effective too. And since
Right.
I've stopped drinking that milk, because I used to always wonder, like, man, like every time, even as a child, like as a kid, I used to always drink milk or eat
I
any
hated
type
milk.
of, yeah,
I hated it. Only
yeah,
with my cereal, but now
yeah,
I love the almond milk. Like that's
yeah.
vanilla almond milk.
Yes, yes. I like the vanilla as well. And so literally, even as a child, Danielle, like being like 8 or 10 years old, and I would always eat I would always have my cereal, especially on Saturdays. That was the thing. We wake up, watch Schoolhouse Rock, watch all of the
Yeah.
cartoons and stuff on Saturday morning, and have that bowl of cereal. But every time I had that cereal, my stomach would just, I mean, you would think my stomach was a part of the Ringling Brothers or like Barnum and Bailey or something,
Mm.
and I'm just like, why is this? Well, fast forward now, you know, and just researching this, understanding that cow's milk is not designed for human consumption because the protein levels and the enzyme levels that's in the cow's milk is not suitable for a human being. It's for a baby calf. I mean, what are the odds of you seeing a baby calf drink breast milk
Right,
from a
human
human?
milk. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you're not going to see that, and so what's going to happen is you continue to drink that, it's going to break down the cell, the mucous membrane over time. And so why the mucous membrane is so important, because the mucous membrane is the membrane that protects the cells. It protects the cells. So when you continue to consume foods that break it down, over time, it's just going to break down into pus, and it's going to explode. It's going to expose your cells to all types of bacteria, all types of fungus, depending on what you're eating. Like I said, that's just a gamble that I'm not willing to take. You know what I mean? That's a gamble that I'm just not willing to take. And
Right.
so, yeah, coming off the dairy products, man. And like I said, I used to love some cheese. I used to love, man, I used to love it, like seriously. But literally, after doing more studying, more research, come to find out that cheese is one of the number one causing cancers.
Mm.
One of the number one causing foods that cause cancer. I mean, so it
Okay.
causes cancer. You know what I mean? And so when I doing that research, I was like, man, and then that's when, documentaries on like Netflix start coming out. Like, what the
So do you not
hell?
eat pizza, or do you have like an alternative? Like what do you do for like normal foods?
So what I do is, I would do. So say for instance, like if I wanted to do like a all natural pizza, right? So
Mhm.
I would probably make the dough out of like almond or like teff or fonio, just one of the alkaline whole grains,
Okay.
and then you can put whatever you want to on it. Like you can put, I know for me, a great meat substitution for me is portobello mushrooms,
Okay.
which I truly love. I love portobello mushrooms, and I've even made vegan ribs with portobello mushrooms, and they, oh my God, they taste amazing. And I've made these wraps, or I've also made paninis,
Okay.
alkaline paninis. And so there are different recipes. One person that I think that your platform would find really helpful is a guy named Ty's Conscious Kitchen.
Okay.
And so he's actually on YouTube, and he has his whole YouTube is towards just alkaline recipes.
Nice. Okay, I'll definitely
Game
put that in the
changer. Yeah.
description.
So again, that's Ty's Conscious Kitchen.
Okay.
And I've learned so many good recipes. I mean, vegan cheesecake, vegan cookies. I mean, alkaline vegan, and it's 100% healthy, and it's not going to compromise the cell membrane. The mucous membrane, which won't compromise your cells or your tissues or, anything like that, so it's 100% good for you. And you don't get any other side effects that you would get from typically consuming so much meat. So that's the difference between, plant-based protein versus meat-based protein. You're going to get all of the benefits from the plants with no harmful side effects, with no diseases or anything like that. But if you're going to eat meat protein, then that's going to, it's a gamble, because like I said, everybody's body is very different, so it depends, but me personally, I'm gonna take the plant-based
Got
protein.
it. No, that's helpful. So tell us all about I forgot the name of it, but the thing that you're giving to people that want to get the mucus out.
Oh, okay.
Tell us about.
So two remedies I want to give you guys that are watching. The first remedy is it's a natural home remedy. Like I said, dealing with COVID-19. COVID-19 is a respiratory disease, so it's going to attack the lungs, the bronchial tubes, as well as the air sacs. And so uh, people who are coming into contact with it, it's going to sit in your throat 3 to 4 days before it tries to transcend to the rest of the body, just like pneumonia. And so, like I said, what we want to do is the first method is you want to get a pot, just a regular standard, nice size pot. And you also want to cut up some lemons, some limes, some oranges, particularly the peels. Now that's optional. Like if you want to put the meat of the fruit in there with it, that's optional. You can do that. You can also drink the concoction too if you want to. I just inhale it, but if you can drink it and totally be fine too. But we'll get down to that later. But like I said, lemons, key limes, orange peels. And you want to cut up a half an onion and get you some sea salt, and you want to throw that in the pot, and you want to fill the pot up about halfway, let it come to a really nice boil. And while the pot is, as a matter of fact, while the pot is boiling, just get your towel and sit it on your kitchen table or nook, whatever it is that you have, so that way you won't burn your table or anything like that, because the pot is going to be egregiously hot. And so then you want to take the pot, put it on the table. Then you're going to get you a very big towel, or a beach towel or a dry towel, whatever. And then you're going to put your head over it, put it over your head, and you're going to inhale the liquid. Take very deep breaths as if you were in a sauna. And that heat is what actually kills that. It kills that. It kills the virus, because the virus cannot stand heat contact. So not only that, but you're also releasing the anti-inflammatory and the anti-inflammatory, the antifungal, and anti-inflammation properties that are inside of the fruits. And so, like I said, you just want to get a big towel, put it over your head. You want to inhale very deeply for about 10 to 15 minutes. And it's going to cause the mucous membrane to give up that excess mucus. Trust me, I've done this myself. I do it every single day. And I'm much more clear now. I'm much more clear, since I've been practicing this method. I remember the first time I did it, within the first 5 minutes, I literally had to get up, because you can feel the mucus coming up. And so I had to hurry up and get up and run to the bathroom. And I was literally, the first time I threw up mucus. I threw up mucus, literally. There was no food particles or anything like that. It was straight up mucus, because I did like that one time, and I felt this glob like come up out of my chest. And I was like, oh my goodness, man, this is crazy. Went to the bathroom. I got some tissue. I had to blow my nose at least 3 or 4 times, because so much mucus was coming out.
Nice.
And so, like I said, you don't have to be sick, well, I won't say that, because mucus does symbolize something in your body. It means that you're not getting the right amount of minerals in your body. It means that you're not getting the right amount of iron, and the things and the minerals that belong in your body. And so literally, that's a sign. And so, like I said, you want to do this, man, every day. I would admonish everybody to do it every single day if you can. I know we all are busy, and outside of this pandemic, and as we continue to progress, and the thing, stay home or whatever, is lifted, I would still admonish people to do it every day, you know, whether in the morning or before you go to bed. Like, it is going to make a major difference in your breathing. And it's also, you're actually exfoliating your skin at the same time. I mean, your
Mm.
skin is going to be more soft. You're going to notice blackheads start to disappear, and whatever, eczema, whatever you're dealing with, you know. And like I said, it just, man, it's such a game changer, especially for people who are asthmatic or just deal with respiratory issues. All respiratory issues is mucus. That's at the hem of it all. It's mucus buildup. And so, like I said, that's going to help you eradicate that mucus out of the body.
Nice. And so you sell those packets. So what are they called and how can people get in contact with you?
So yes, you can, well, the tinctures that I sell, it's called a tincture. And a tincture is herbs in its most potent form. And so herbs and oil are very, very strong, right? Especially, let's say for instance, like regular oregano, like oregano herb,
Mhm.
it's powerful by itself. But if I wanted to, but taking that in a tincture form or oil form is going to be almost 10 to 20 times as stronger. And so that's why, you know, that's why we do the tinctures this way, because it makes it stronger, and you don't have to take as much. And
So are they a
so,
pill or what's a
no, it's a
tincture?
liquid. It's a liquid.
Okay.
You're gonna take. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna take. Um, you can take up to a teaspoon of it twice a day, and you're gonna take that and you're gonna put it right up under your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna put it under your tongue, and that's gonna absorb right into your bloodstream. And if you get any of our essential oils, you're gonna take the oil and you're gonna put the oil in your hand. You're gonna dip your finger in it. You're gonna put it at the top of the roof of your mouth, and it's gonna absorb right into your bloodstream as well. So this is why we do the tinctures, because, like I said, it gets into the blood much quicker. I mean, capsules. If someone really hasn't made up their mind to really, just kind of make a lifestyle change about the way that they eat, then I would say the capsules are more so for people who have, who are further along than others, meaning that they've properly detoxed the body, they've cleaned out the colon, which I want to get to that too, just talk about that briefly.
Okay.
And, but yeah, that's what the capsules are for. The capsules are more of a longer process, still powerful, but it just takes a little longer to work it into the bloodstream, especially if you haven't properly detoxed. And so another thing too that I wanted to bring up is the goal to basically just reversing any type of bodily ailment or any type of bodily issue is going to start with a heavy cleanse. It's going to start with a heavy detox. So what do I mean? That means that we will put you on a month regimen, and every week you switch over to a different regimen. So that way we have to cleanse the blood, we have to cleanse the kidneys, we have to cleanse the digestive tract, and we also have to cleanse the arteries, in the blood vessels, So like I said, specifically, is going to start off with cleaning out that colon first, because that's where a lot of the issues, they start in the colon. 90% of all diseases or bodily ailments, it starts in the colon. It starts in the digestive tract because it's what we consume the most. So, you have three different parts to your colon. You have the ascending colon, and then you have the transverse colon, which is right here across the chest, the lower portion of the chest, which is the transverse colon. Then you have the ascending colon, which is attached to the sigmoid. And so when you begin to cleanse, you're going to see that sigmoid plaque come out. And that's how you know that you're really cleansing good, when you start to see mucus come out in your stool. So trust me, like I know, like you're going to see it come out, and it's, trust me, I won't, without getting to
Right.
whatever, like you're going to notice it though. And that's how you know that you're really doing that. And so, like I said, we have detox capsules. I have a product that I sell called Colon Flow. And that's what's going to help clean out the digestive tract. It's going to clean out the small intestine. It's going to clean out the large intestine, which is the colon. It's going to help eradicate all of the fecal matter and toxins and buildup in your colon. And it's going to help you to properly, you know, help your digestive system to properly function the right way.
Right.
You know, and so, like I said, that's the major keys right there. So when it comes to reversing anything, the same way I reverse my high blood pressure is going to start with a very strict alkaline plant-based diet, along with drinking a gallon of spring water per day, or at least half a gallon of spring water per day, you know. And even when you get your spring water, you can get you a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. You can drop that in your water, and now you just turn your regular spring water, which is already good. You just put 92 minerals in your water with that one scoop of pink Himalayan salt, and that's a detoxification entity within itself.
Nice.
So yes, absolutely.
So people that have the pink Himalayan salt, just 1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon is all you need. It's a powerhouse. You can also take a bath with pink Himalayan salt, and it will purify your skin. Detoxify your skin and purify your skin. So we'll have orders of the pink Himalayan salt coming in pretty soon. You know, a lot of stuff has just been on back order because of the pandemic that's going on right now, you know. So a lot of companies are taking a lot of precautions and things of that sort, you know. So, but like I said, they will be in very soon, you know. But yes, man, you could take a bath with the pink Himalayan salt. You will have, man, the most beautiful soft skin. I'm telling you, it is amazing for the skin. And like I said, it's just a body detoxifier too. That pulls mucus out too. And then the pink Himalayan salt has about 92 or 93 of the essential minerals that your body needs. Sea moss having the most minerals that your body needs. I think sea moss has about around 100 plus. Some say 100, some say 100 plus. But sea moss is literally almost second to none in terms of the most nutritional food that you can eat on this planet.
Right.
So, you know, it's important that you get that. But yeah, the tinctures that I have, I call them mucus busters. And like I said, it's going to help bust up that mucus in the body. The active ingredient in it is mullein. And so, like I said, nothing I make is all natural. No additives, no chemicals, nothing of that nature. It's 100% non-invasive.
Okay.
Non-invasive. And so, like I said, it's going to do the body very, very good. And like I said, it's going to ensure that you are properly cleaning out the lungs, especially the lungs and the bronchial tubes, and, you know, just getting all that gunk flushed out of you, man. You know, because like I said, you continue to, you know, we like what we like, you know, but at the same time, we must educate ourselves on what happens to when we eat the way that we eat. You know, Americans, we have oh my God, we eat so terrible here. You know, I mean, we just eat bad, and it's just a fact. It's very factual. You know, our diet is not good, you know, and to help just, you know, when you just even change the way that you eat, things will just start naturally. You're putting your body back into a natural state of being, to where it will heal itself. The body is made to naturally heal itself, but the body cannot naturally heal itself if it's in a highly acidic state. So it makes the body virtually impossible to heal. You know, when the cells are all clouded and your colon is all backed up, and, you know, now you can't really absorb, your body can't really absorb the nutrients that it needs because there's so much filth in the body, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, man, but that's like I said, just eating more plant-based things alone, literally, and I literally mean this, just eating plant-based alone will literally naturally eradicate issues on its own, literally.
Love it.
Literally. And so, you know, like I said, I've counseled people who've dealt with acid reflux, you know, something that's really helpful for that, if any of your listeners are watching, because I'm only dealing with the more common things, you know.
Yeah, of
We
course.
have remedies for more complex things too, but we would rather do that, you know,
One on one.
right, a disclosed manner, you know what I mean? But the more the common things like acid reflux, which is acid build up in the stomach, mastic gum, ginger is a powerful digestive aid that will rid the stomach of that acid. But the
What
reason,
about people with bad breath? I hear that it's because
yeah,
of
it
like
is. No, that's
toxins in the
absolutely true.
stomach and stuff. So what do you do when you like, have, I don't know if it's gingivitis or what it is, but like just I
One of the main,
a lot
yeah,
of overweight people have like a specific type of like breath
mhm,
smell.
yep. It is 100%. It's two things: what you eat, and people that have, well, people who deal with bad breath. That's also a sign of a weak colon. That's a sign
Mm,
that your colon is terribly backed up, and so literally it's seeping through everything.
yeah.
So, because I know somebody, I had a friend, and you know, or a client, I'll just say a client, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know this person is very up to par with their hygiene, very clean person, highly clean, house clean, you know, takes showers daily, you know, very clean person. And, you know, they was like, man, but I just can't seem to get this, you know, it's like my breath, you know, and it's crazy that they can notice that, you know,
Yeah.
because they're such a clean person. You know, it's like, no, man, my breath, something is going on wrong. I don't know what's going on with it. Like, how can I eradicate this? And I said, hey, you need to clean out your colon. You need to clean out your gut. But see, another thing that will make your breath smell is meat. You have to think about it. Meat,
Mm.
dead flesh. It also has no fiber in it. So what's going to happen is it's going to just sit right there in your digestive tract. You know, especially red meat is
Okay.
going to just sit there in your digestive tract, and it's going to set up all type of bacteria, even worms, parasites, because you don't know what's in the meat. Whatever that animal ate, that's what that's what's gonna internalize into your body. So if you're eating heavy amounts of excessive amounts of like pork, ribs, and all of that, and whatever that pig ate, that's what the meat inside of you is gonna internalize as literally. And so, you know, it's just important. Like I said, you know, for those who just gonna eat meat, like I don't recommend that. But I'm just saying, for those that just can't seem to get over it, if you're gonna eat meat, make sure that it's a grass-fed type of beef, or a grass-fed type of chicken, or animals that have been fed natural things
Yeah.
instead of um, growth hormones and all type of additives that they give these animals to grow quicker. People
Yeah.
that think that that's not real, but it's actually real. They give these animals hormones so that they grow quicker,
Yep.
and they pump all type of things into them, to speed up the growth process, and make them more fat, more plump, whatever. I had a chicken wing one time, and I remember, this is a while, maybe like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and I had a chicken wing from this specific restaurant, and I picked the chicken wing up, and it looked like a pterodactyl wing. I said, "This is a chicken wing? Like this is?" It was so huge,
Mhm.
and I was like, man, like, how did y'all get this chicken wing to be this big? Like, I've had like fresh cut chicken. My people are from down south, and so I've seen the process. I've seen what the wings look like, and they don't look nowhere near the size of that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, it's crazy, with all of the stuff that's being put in our food, man. Like, it's just, man, it's not good, And so, like I said, we must learn how to heal on a cellular level, just kind of knock off the junk food and the dairy, just kind of just take a back seat, kind of put that stuff in the back seat, and you want to eat more plants, man, more plants. Nature will always heal the body.
Love
Nature
it.
will always heal the body.
Love
I
it.
don't care what state you're in. I don't care what the doctors say. I don't care what they deemed you to be. It can be healed. That is a fact. You're looking at someone
Mhm.
that reverse something that they said couldn't be reversed. And I'm not afraid to say it because it's the truth.
Yeah.
You know, we're tired of being lied to. We're tired of being told all of this trash information that's, it's just not right. I was told that I would be on high blood pressure medication for the rest of my life. And
Mm.
when I went back and my doctor ran my blood pressure, he said, I don't understand. I said, I know you're not going to understand. You weren't taught to understand. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's okay. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm not saying that doctors don't have a place. I'm just saying like we need to be taught better, how to
Relying on medication.
right. Because see, the paradigm of medication, all medication, they get the paradigm from plants. Most medication starts off plant-based. That's where they get the paradigm of it from, how it maneuvers, what it does. Like say for instance, like, specific blood thinners or, things of that sort, that they put chemicals in, they get the paradigm from plants. So it starts off plant-based, and by the time they get through dumping a lot of additives and all of this other stuff into it, it's gonna end up doing more damage
Yeah.
than good because it is highly acidic. It's very acidic to the body, you know. I mean, in detrimental situations, can it help save a life? In terms of like a very severe detrimental situation, yes, to a degree, But is that something that I would want to be on? No, absolutely not. Because
Gotcha.
like I said, every situation is different. You know what I mean? It's very different. So if it's something that can help lower something very fast, you understand what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Then okay, cool. I get that because now we're saving a life here. You know what I mean? So yes, we want to lower it quickly. You know what I mean? So yes, in that context and in that vein, yes, that makes sense. But being on it on a regular, absolutely not. No. Once that happens and they get it down, change the way you eat so you won't have to take it anymore.
Right. Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
thank you so much for joining. I'm going to put, your links in the description box below for anybody looking. And,
Hmm.
thank you so much for joining. I think that you definitely laid the foundation for people that are trying to start. I mean, if you don't take anything from this conversation, take away that it starts with your diet. And that's the first
Absolutely.
thing you want to focus on. And then
Yeah.
let's also focus on getting rid of that mucus that's just in your gut and then working on your gut health
Absolutely.
in general. And so I think that that's a great place for people to start. I know that people are looking at, okay, what I was doing, I want to start shifting, but I don't know where. You've given where we can go get our recipes so we can figure out what food and stuff. So I feel confident in that the people got the information that they needed to get started. For anybody that's interested in following, I'm going to make sure, like I said, I put the description box below with all of his links. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.
Absolutely. Bye. Have a good one.